virally, it's me, RJ Gayatri, from our one and only radio station, SRADHA. An air hostess is the first person to welcome a passenger. Today, we are going to introduce an air hostess, Deepa ma'am. Welcome to our show, ma'am.
Hey everyone, I'm Abhira Nair. Today we will have a very important session for those who want to make a career in cabin crew or as an air hostess. The air hostess is known as the first person to welcome a passenger. Her welcoming smile and greeting acknowledge every passenger. Today we have an air hostess, Deepa ma'am. Welcome to our program, ma'am. A very big hi hello to my friends, my little listeners. To introduce myself, my name is Deepa. I am a banker by profession, and the point of interest is not about being a banker. I think it's about being a cabin crew, being an air hostess. So yes, I have had the opportunity of working as a cabin crew for a very brief period. That was a long time ago. So I think you all have few questions, few doubts about the profession, that whatever I know about it, I'll try to answer. But there is a disclaimer though. It was 10 years back that I left the profession, so I'm not much updated about what's happening right now. So if any of you are seriously looking forward to this, like joining an airline or being a cabin crew, try to get updated because there will be a lot of changes, of course. So I think let's not waste time. Let's get started.
Ma'am, I'm Aishwarya Sundarlal from Amrita Khairli Vidya Bhavan. Why did you choose this profession?
Why did I choose this profession? Okay, it's choosing a profession. The reason for choosing a profession is different for different people. For me, it was more than being an air hostess. The liking for an aircraft was the first thing. Like when I was small, from my childhood, actually it has not left me. Even now I do it. Like whenever I hear an aircraft flying above my head, I run outside. I go see. I watch it, and especially the landing and takeoff. Like whenever we used to go to the beach near Shankumugam beach, when we get a chance, I'll be like very excited to watch the takeoff or landing. So this was the first liking that I got towards this thing. I always consider the aircraft as the best creation, the best invention of human beings. That is what I consider. Like everybody will be having different opinions, but according to me, it is the best creation of human beings, because such a big thing, flying with so many people inside, so much weight. It is flying above like 35,000 feet above ground. That is not easy. That's seriously a miracle. So this liking for an aircraft led me into this profession. Glamour part was of course there later on when I saw I started watching movies wherein I see the air hostess and all that. That time it came, yeah, of course it was there, but the liking for aircraft was more.
I'm Tanmaya VS from class 4B. I have a question. What criteria do I need to become an air hostess?
Criteria for becoming an air hostess or a cabin crew. I would like to tell you again that I am talking about a time, like it was almost 10 years back. I seriously don't know if any changes have happened. So this is what I knew 10 years back. That is what I'm going to share with you. About educational qualification and all, I am sure there might be changes. Like for us, it used to be plus two. Plus two was enough to get through. But now I don't know whether they have changed it to degree or whatever, and it depends to airlines. Airline to airline, differences will be there. So educational qualification, and it is not like 100% looks. It is not at all 100%. That is a misconception. Looks, of course, you have to groom yourself. You have to be well groomed at all times. But more than that, it is a personality. It is the way you talk. It is the way you carry yourself. That is what is important. So because it's not an easy task, it's not about glamour. It is not only about glamour. The glamour part is only inside the airport. Like from the time you come out of the aircraft till you go to the cab that you go home in, till that point of time, that in between that, the glamour part will be there. But inside the aircraft, lot of responsibilities, lot of duties that you are supposed to carry out. So it is not only about looks. Personality, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, and the way you handle situations, the way you talk to people. It is all about socializing. You have to be a people person. You have to talk to people. You cannot keep observing and that is not how it works there. You have to talk. Talking is very important. So if you are confident about all these things, I think you can go for it. This is the major criteria for being a cabin crew.
Ma'am, I'm Anika Evi. I'm studying in class 3B in Amrita Kairali Vidya Bhavan, Nirmangada. Ma'am, where did you get the training from?
Training. From the question I presume that you're talking about the training that I got before joining the airline. That is a training that I acquired so that it will help me get a job. I did a course. I did a diploma course of aviation from Frankfurt Institute of Air Hostess Training before I got through the job. But if you ask me, it is not mandatory. A training is not mandatory to get into a job. If you are confident about yourself, you can very well go attend the interview and you can get through. This training is for people, like for example, for me, I didn't know any basic things about being an air hostess, like grooming, basic makeup. I didn't know how to. I had never done my eyebrows. I had never done my makeup. I didn't know how to apply lipstick. I didn't know anything about formals and dressing formally and all that. And of course, personality development. Such things are there in this training. If you feel that you don't require it, you need not go. You can directly go. A training is not must. It's not compulsory. But it has definitely helped me. If you ask me personally, I have found it helpful. But it's not like if you go and attend a training, you will definitely get through a job. That is also a misconception. It is not necessary. It's not like you do a course, you do a diploma, you will definitely get through. Even people without any training, they get through the job. After doing the training, they might get through the job. There are people, I have had batchmates who have not got through, even after undergoing the training. So it's not about it's not compulsory. Training is not compulsory. You will get a training, of course, after getting into the job. That will be an on-the-job training about the job and how to do the job. That is all received after getting into the job. So that's about training.
Ma'am, I am Akshay Stambi from Amrita Kairali Vidya Bhavan and I am studying in grade 3. I think you are required to have utmost level of patience. Ma'am, how was your training and all?
How was the training? Training will be different for different airlines. I have got an opportunity to work with two different airlines. One was a low-cost airline and one was a 5-star airline. So low-cost airline will not be serving food. They will be selling food on board. The other airline will be serving food. We will have a choice of veg or non-veg, and which the amount will be included in your ticket fare. So we will be serving the food. So it was different. Both the airlines were different, but the safety part, like the training is divided into 3 sections: safety, first aid, and service. So safety and first aid will be almost the same for all airlines. There won't be any difference. It will be like uniform. But service will be different. For a low cost airline, there won't be much service training stuff. But in a 5-star airline, you will have a lot to study in service. So training is very difficult. It's not at all easy, because training, like, they'll teach you, there'll be exams, there'll be vivas, there'll be practicals. So after going through all these exams and vivas and everything, they'll give you the license. Like, exactly like a driver's license, you have a SEP license. The license that is available, which will be given to us for flying, is called as SEP license, Safety Emergency Procedure license. Without that license, you can't fly. If it is expired, you can't fly. So every day before the flight, they'll be checking your license. So after this training, you will be getting this license and you will be able to fly. So safety training will be about the aircraft, about the equipments available in the aircraft, how to use it, what are the safety emergency procedures. All that will be included in the safety training. In first aid, it will be all basic first aid treatments for all possible issues that can arise in when you're flying, because there won't be anybody else. Only the air hostesses will be there to take care of you. So it is not like the entire treatment is taught. The basic first aid stuff that is required to be administered by till the time we land, till the time we get the proper medical attention from the doctors available in the airport. So the first aid treatments are taught, and finally service. They'll be teaching you about all the food, all the items that to serve, because every day it will be different stuff. So they'll teach you about all the food that is being served, what goes into it, because you are supposed to answer all those questions that the passengers are asking you. So these are the training. It is not easy. It's very difficult. It used to be a nightmare kind, because it was sleepless nights, because the next day Viva is there, and they are like very strict. The trainers will be very strict. They have to be strict, because it's not an easy job, and safety of some 200-300 people is in your hands. Pilots will be flying the aircraft, but the major responsibility of the cabin crew is getting the passengers to safety during an emergency. So it is not an easy task. It's not about roaming around the airport in short skirts and nice makeup. It's not about that. It's a huge responsibility that you take in of guaranteeing the life of the people who are traveling with you. It's not about you, that you are doing something with the landing. You can't do anything about the landing or takeoff, but making sure that the passengers reach the point of safety, that is in your hands. So it is not an easy job. So the training is also not very easy. It's very difficult. That's it.
Have a good day, ma'am. My name is Ms Deepa, studying in 4B. Can you please share your experiences after the placement?
My experience after getting placed, after the placement experience was, I told you, the training, the initial few months are training months, so that will be very difficult. It is studying. Studying will never stop in this profession, because every day before the flight, you are asked questions. There will be a session, a briefing session, which is mandatory before every flight, because you will be flying with different people every day. You will have a senior most person who is called either a purser or a flight manager or whatever. It's different for different airlines. So that person will be asking each and everybody questions about safety, first aid, and service. So if you are not able to answer those questions, you are not taken for the flight. So it is like an ongoing process. Every day you will sit and study, and then only you will go for your flight. It is automatically it will happen. Like morning, maybe 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock will be a reporting time. You will be sitting in your cab and you will be going through your manual. So studies is very compulsory. So for initial months, for like all study. once we started flying, initial flying days were difficult because you are not used to the job. You are just a trainee and you are like trying to learn everything, and so many problems you will face. You will make mistakes, you will get scoldings. So slowly you will get into it. Once you are like into it, it will be nice. It is not a difficult, it is not an easy job, but I'm not scaring you or anything, but it is difficult. It is, of course, it is difficult. It's a responsibility and everything, but it has its own perks. Money is good. Once you start getting a salary, it's a decent salary, and the best part is like you will get layovers. You'll be going different places. You'll be getting layovers there. You can spend time there. You'll be given like, it depends on the airlines, but still you will be given accommodation at different places, like nice 5-star hotels you'll be staying in. You'll get opportunity to see the places. If you're going international, you'll get to see so many places, and you can go shopping and all those things. So it is fun, but these are all the perks, but it's a difficult job. You'll be sleep deprived. You'll have to, your week will start with early morning flights, and it will end by the end of the week. You'll be doing the night flights, so it will keep rotating. In between, you will be kept a standby days are like you will sit at home standby will be sitting at home. You won't be assigned a flight, but you can get pulled out any moment, so you can't plan anything. Your days are unplanned. It's very difficult to plan your days, so such problems will be there. Then health issues, like too much of flying, it will slowly, like, take a toll on your health, and all those issues are there. But I enjoyed. I like, even now, after 10 years, I still get like dreams that, not dreams, I should be specific. It is nightmare that I'm getting pulled out for a early morning flight. Night I'm getting a call like cab is waiting outside, ma'am, please get it. That was the worst thing that could happen. Like, you're standby, and last minute they are pulling you out for a flight, because you won't be prepared for it. You'll be thinking you will relax at home, but you're getting pulled out. So it was good overall. My experience after being placed, it was fun filled. It was everything. It was mixed. Like, I was scared, I was happy, I was having fun, everything.
Ma'am, I am Devendra DS from Amrita Kalli Vidya Bhavan, and I am studying in 5th standard. Ma'am, let me know what are the important comments you gave whole at the work for the travelers.
When you say important commands, it's I think you're asking about the command. When it comes to commands, it is commands are given during an emergency. It's distress commands. When you're evacuating people, that is the time when you start giving commands. Otherwise, it is always briefing. Briefing is given before the flight. Like, if you're telling them how to do stuff, how to take care of, like mother with infants are briefed. The people who are sitting in the emergency exit is briefed. So all those things are called briefing. That is like, for the safety, we are just information is passed on to them. That is called briefing. Commands will come into picture when actually there is an evacuation, when there is an emergency. That is when the commands will come out. So it will be like, I told you I have worked in 2 different airlines. There were slight differences in the commands, but the basic thing will be the same. But slight differences in the words used will be there. So it is not a uniform thing for all the airlines around the globe. It's not like that. So if you want an example, it will be like, during an emergency, we will tell them there is a brace command. A brace command is like, when there is going to be a harsh landing, the safest position for a person to sit, like a passenger to sit, is it's a brace position. That is the safest position. If there is a hard impact, it shouldn't affect your body, in a bad way. So the safest position is called the brace position. That brace position is like, you sit on your seat and you'll be holding your ankles. That is the brace position. So when you are going for an impact, going to emergency, that landing is going to happen, that is when you start calling out the brace commands like bend low, grab your ankles. That is one command. After touching down and once a crash landing has happened and once we start the evacuation, then we'll start calling out the evacuation commands. Usually it will be like it's like, for us it was like singing a song. It will be sounding funny when we are learning it, but later we'll understand it because it is done in such a way so that we can get the attention of the passengers, and it is done in a very simple way. All the words used will be simple. It will be short, crisp and simple words, so which is very easy to be understood by the passengers because they have to get out as quickly as possible. It is 90 seconds for evacuation. 90 seconds is all that you have got for evacuation. So within that 90 seconds, if you want to get the passengers out, you have to shout out the commands at the top of your voice, and it will be like in a singing mode. That was how we used to do. Like it was like open seat belts, leave everything, hurry, come this way, jump and slide. This was the command for evacuation. Jump and slide because there will be a raft. There will be a slide. You have to jump. You can't sit and slide. You have to jump. But it is different. Commands are different for different people. If it is a pregnant lady, we can't tell her to jump. We have to tell sit and slide. But actually sitting and sliding will take time. That is why we will tell jump and slide. So these are the commands. It will be different. There are different commands for overwing exit. It is different. For main exit it will be different. For pregnant ladies it will be different. So, and during a water evacuation it will be different. So that is about commands.
Hi, I'm Aditi. I'm studying in 5C. Ma'am, you have traveling experience with people from all over the country, right? How did you manage them?
Managing people, it is not easy, it is not difficult. It depends on the people, and you can't expect all the people to be the same, and it depends on the sectors that you're flying. Few sectors will be very difficult. Few sectors, I used to like the sectors that used to fly to Kerala because I have my people. Whenever I see Malayalis on board, I'll be very happy. I will talk to them in Malayalam, and they'll be very, they themselves will be very happy to listen the cabin crew speak in Malayalam. So people will be different. Very difficult passengers are there who will be like demanding so much. They think that we have paid so much, so we are supposed to get everything. And it depends on the situation. Sometimes what happens, like situations will keep arising. You might run out of food, like non-veg. You'll get you'll run out of non-veg food, and the person will be wanting non-veg. He would have paid for non-veg. So how do you manage that situation? It is very difficult. Some people will be very adjusting, some people will be very demanding, and some people will even treat you like servants. Such people are also there. So you will learn, you will understand how to handle the people over the years with experience. It comes with experience. So managing will not be, at times you will have to be careful. Like some people will be trying to take your video or your picture. You have to be firm with those people. You can say no, you're not supposed to click. If you don't like being nobody is supposed to take your pictures without your permission. So in such cases you can very well tell them, and you can be firm. But at times you will have to be like soft with it. When you see that the person is very aggressive, you can't become aggressive back. You can't be aggressive to them again, because you don't have your security staff there. It's only you. So till the aircraft lands, you will have to somehow manage the person, and once we have landed, we can hand them over to the airport security staff. You can tell them this is what he has misbehaved or whatever. So till that time you'll have to handle the situation. So it is, at times it is difficult, but not always. I have also had situations which were difficult. It depends. Like some days it's like usual with all the professions, it's the same. when you're in a service industry, it will be difficult at times. Some days will go good, some will be bad. That's all.
Ma'am, I'm Abdul and I'm studying in grade 5. Ma'am, one more question. You have came across different types of people. How was the approach from the people? I mean travelers.
Approach from people, sometimes they'll be giving, like, we won't even get to know. They'll be very happy with the service. They'll go directly send a mail to the airline, appreciating us. Such good passengers also I've got. When once the appreciation letter comes from the management, only you'll get to know that so and so passenger and so flight has appreciated us for whatever service we did. Such good passengers will be there. Some will be abusive, some will be shouting at you, some will be nice, some people will understand. So approach will be different. It depends on, like, it will be different according to the people. So you will get to meet celebrities on board. It'll be a nice experiences you will get. Really good passengers you will get. So, and it's very rare that you get to see the same person again. So it's all a nice experience, new experiences. It will all go into your good memories.
So that is the end of today's session. Hope all enjoyed. It's me, RJ Gayatri, signing off from Shraddha.